This is life and death. And if you screw around, some of these people are going to die. You understand that?
So first question out of the gate is, you in the movie are a member of Lost Vengeance, which is this like badass, like zombie killing crew. Do you think you could cut it as a member of Lost Vengeance in real life? Or do you know anyone that could?
No, I could, for sure. Yeah, I'd be that guy. I'd make it. I think I'd fare well. I legitimately believe that I would fare well in a zombie apocalypse. I think I unintentionally am prepared for this. I think there would be a few of the necessities where I'd be unsure of because I'm not a prepper and I haven't planned for it. But I think if it broke out right now today without even preparing, I think I'd fare pretty well. I can fight. I do martial arts. I have the weapons that I would need. I have a fortress for a home. I have, plenty of food and fuel, a big generator. I think I would do okay.
It's interesting. I was wondering if making the movie like prepared you at all, even like mentally. Do you know what I mean? Like, here's what I would do. Like the way people think about an earthquake, like here's what I would do in an earthquake. Like I would do this, this, this. You know what I mean? Like all that.
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
it has because you start to ask yourself those questions, even if they're, like kind of in funny conversations, but you thought, start to think, well, what would you need? And I realized, after you start asking yourself those questions, the things that I don't have, things that I would have trouble finding. And those things would be like I said, I mentioned all the things that I do have that I would be prepared, but like, I don't know where to get fresh water. And when the store, when my food runs out, the grocery stores aren't going to be open. You start thinking, like, where are we going to get food? Where are we going to get water? I live in Florida. It's hot as hell in Florida. If I run out of fuel for my generator and I don't have AC, I'm going to be melting. My dogs are going to be melting. And if my dogs are melting, I can't get them water. So you start asking yourself all those questions. But yeah, as far as that goes, sure, you start asking those questions. But typically, they're, kind of, in humor and fun,
You got to get one of those straws that like lets you drink anything. Those like filters.
I do. I have one of those filters where you can put I think you can put like dirty water in it. And then you can, it has the straw that's filtered and it's supposed to, be able to be drinkable I'm still worried about where you get enough of that, where I could, be able to provide for myself and the people I love and my dog. Funny thing is my biggest concern are my dogs because my family, they can always somewhat fend for themselves, but I feel like I am absolutely 100% responsible for the well-being of my dogs. So I always think how am I going to get food for my dogs? They can't do for themselves. I'm going to have to take care of them. I'm not going to set them off into the wild to fend for themselves. So
on the flip side, your character in this movie also is sort of mulling over what type of food truck he would want to open if he gets out of everything.
Right.
Could you what's your specialty? Like what could you make? Like what's the Bautista food truck?
So if I did have a food truck, it'd be, so I have certain dietary restrictions, and there's certain things that like I can never find. Like you can find vegan food trucks, but it's hard to find like a gluten-free vegan food truck. So I think what I would have, because I love grilled cheese, I know everybody loves grilled cheese, so I would have a gluten-free vegan grilled cheese truck because that is what I want. So if nobody came to get gluten-free grilled cheese, dairy-free grilled cheese from my truck, I know that I would at least eat my own products.
Well, if you want it, other people might want it too.
That's right. That's what I'm hoping.
Definitely in LA would be
there's a market definitely in LA. There's probably one there already, but I think I think there'd definitely be a market for it. There's got to be enough people who are around who are gluten-free, dairy-free who would want grilled cheese sandwich. Who doesn't want a grilled cheese sandwich?
Definitely my kids and me. So thank you. Now I'll have that for dinner.